drummers. My name is Mark Powers, currently an officer with the Oregon State chapter of the Percussive Arts Society, and I wanted to share with you a few tips for playing the OMEA High School Jazz Band drum set all-state audition piece. The first thing to keep in mind with this is that it's written in the style that most well-written drum charts are written, and that you see lots of slashes throughout the chart with the occasional section figure or ensemble figure hits written above the staff. These slashes just mean that your job is to primarily keep steady time, helping hold everything together, and then suggest some, not necessarily all, as we'll chat about in a couple of minutes, of those hits so that it just really brings the entire ensemble together. As far as playing goes, the first thing you should watch out for is the difference between the 2-feel and 4-feel. And you will see those written at the top of the staff. Here we have a 2-feel, and then later on we go to a 4-feel, which I think of as also being the same as that swing time that pops up at letter C. And the biggest thing that is going to change when you switch from 2-feel to 4-feel is going to be your ride cymbal. If you're playing 4-feel, kind of standard swing time, it's that ride cymbal pattern that you're probably already very familiar with, where you're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, a car, park the car, park the car. When you switch to the 2-feel, I try to cut that in half, because instead of feeling 4 pulses in that measure, we're kind of feeling 2 larger pulses. So instead of playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, I'm focusing on 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. So it feels like that same ride cymbal pattern, but cut in half tempo-wise. Another thing you could do is add a ride cymbal on the of 2, so it suggests a big slow shuffle. So you get 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. And no matter which of those you're playing, you're keeping your left foot on the hi-hat, closing on beats 2 and 4, so it just helps keep everything really nice and smooth. Another thing you might listen to and notice when those changes come is the bass guitar. The upright bass, when you are playing a 2-feel, will usually be playing half notes, so playing on beat 1 and beat 3. So playing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back and forth. Where if you're playing 4-feel, bass will probably be playing all 4 beats, or what they call walking, going bing, 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 bing. So your pattern and the bass pattern matches. That can really help tell you if you're playing the right thing at the right time. Next thing to look out for are those kicks that we briefly mentioned, and they are written all over the chart. If you try to hit every one of these hits that's written everywhere, while that could seem like what you are supposed to do, that has the danger of feeling a little bit over-rehearsed and not having any fresh life to it, which we would want in a jazz performance. And it can also just sound like you're reading a chart, which we don't want to happen. So what I would do is pick and choose which ones you want to play. The key to choosing which figures you do or don't play is going to come down to your own musical choices. So I would practice playing some hits on some occasions and play other hits in other occasions and see what feels best to you. And also using your ears and your knowledge of the style. So if you are not already, make sure you're listening to all kinds of subgenres of jazz from different eras, and that will inform you what a lot of other players have played. But as you're playing those hits and not overkilling them, I would also keep in mind the articulation of the rhythms written. So if the hits show longer note values, like a dotted quarter note, or even this 8th note that is tied going across the bar line, those longer notes I would try to have matched by a longer sound on the drum set. So maybe I'm hitting bass drum and a ride cymbal or crash cymbal, or I'm hitting snare and an open hi-hat, something that kind of matches that. And then when there are short notes, like 8th notes, I will try to play some short stabs on the kit, maybe just hitting the snare drum or hitting the closed hi-hat or something like that. So definitely try to keep that articulation of those kicks in mind. And the next thing we're going to chat about are setups. When you're playing these figures, the section figures, which maybe part of an ensemble will be playing, or ensemble figures where everybody's hitting them, it can be very useful for you as the drummer to set up those figures. And what I mean by that is you're going to play a short fill. It could literally be one note. It could be two notes. It could be a couple of beats, but something that tells everybody else that they're in the right place and helps everybody land the first note of the hits really well. So for an example, if I was trying to set up these hits right here, I would probably try to play a fill that ends squarely on beat one. And that way, if I'm playing 1, 2, a 3, a 4 triplet, 1, everybody in the ensemble can feel and hear where beat one is, and it helps them land that of one, or that swung eighth note in perfectly the right spot. So you are just helping guide everybody into the right place. Last thing, err on the side of simplicity. You are only one of several members in an ensemble, especially if you're talking a big band, and your job should be really to hold things down and help, like I mentioned a second ago, guide everybody through the hits that are on there. Leave space for everybody else on the ensemble. You are driving the bus, but you have to make sure that you leave room for other people to get on board. So let's go ahead and play through the tune right now and just make sure to have fun with it.